It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Track Brewing Company and it's a can of their Always Bending. This is an IPA coming in at 6.8% ABV in a 440 milliliter can. Piccadilly Trading Estate, Manchester. I know it because I've been there. I've been there this year in 2024 with my great friend Rob from Hop Scene. We had such an amazing weekend in Manchester. It was just, I'll tell you all about it in a moment. We ate great pizza, we drank great beer. I'll get the can out into a glass and see what we get. A little bit of smoke on the can opening. Beer in the glass. We got a 2-finger white head. Good levels of carbonation on the beer. It's hazy, it's straw coloured. There's not much in the way of sediment in the bottom of the glass. Looks great. Gotta get the aroma. I'm such a huge fan of this brewery. I've been a fan of their beer. I've drank a lot of their beer previous kind of years ago. It's always been great stuff. It's always been really good beer. Aroma. Brilliant. Soft orange peel, soft grapefruit. A little touch of passion fruit and mango, but just a little touch. One of those beers you can just leave your nose in it for minutes, daydream away. But I can't do that because you're here. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Stone the Crows. Stone the Crows, what a beer. Passion fruit, mango, grapefruit, orange peel, fleshy blood orange. And this was a substitute beer. So I was looking at Fuss Club. I was on their website, looking at their beers, online beer shop, and I wanted to do a video on 10 lagers. 10 lagers that you won't find in the supermarket. I did that video, but they only sent me, I ordered 10 lagers, but they only sent me 8 because they didn't have the lagers that I was looking for. So they sent me 2 IPAs instead. I mean, I love IPAs, so it kind of, it doesn't matter to me that I was given these replacements. But so what I'm trying to say here is this is a happy accident. I managed to replace the 2 lagers with Hawkstone Lager and a West Wales lager brewing company, beer brewing company called Liberty Lager. So I made the 10 beers up anyway, so it didn't matter. And I suppose it's nice to, I've not drunk everything that Track have produced. I think that's an impossibility, isn't it, to drink every beer from every brewery. There's so many out there these days. So it's a nice, it was a nice replacement and a nice surprise, I suppose, when I opened up the box. It's one of those situations in life where I probably never would have got to try this beer, ever, if it wasn't for the replacement. And what a damn good replacement it was. It's just wonderfully, have I said it's 6.8% ABV, brewed with Citra, Nelson Sauvin. Oh, look, it's got lovely big chunky bits in it too. I love the big chunky bits. Only because, well, that's why I got into beer in the first place. I read about bottle conditioned beer back in 2009, and the fact that they put a bit of yeast in the bottom of the bottle to help it kind of ferment away a little bit more and not explode, but create a little bit of carbonation. So that was like a bottle condition, a bottle carbonated beer. And to see it in a can is just as wonderful, isn't it? You wouldn't see that in a can of Foster's, would you? Or a can of Carling. And what it does, when you add that little bit of yeast in the bottom of the can, it adds the sediment. It does something to the beer. I find it softens the beer. If a beer is highly carbonated, it will knock that carbonation out, in my experience. It'll make the beer even softer than it already was. Yeah. Oh, it's fantastic. It's made it a little bit more zesty, a little bit kind of more orange peel like and grapefruit. So the flavours of the beer, a little bit of sweetness over the here, next to no bitterness, but a tiny amount of bitterness over here. All of the flavours are in the middle of the beer. So you're getting that kind of bit of passion fruit, bit of mango, lots of grapefruit, lots of orange peel, lots of fleshy blood orange. Beautiful, beautiful flavours. A little bit of maybe kind of like a white wine flavour from that Nelson Sauvin. Nelson Sauvin is a hop that comes from the same region of New Zealand as the Nelson Sauvignon grape does. Same soil, same wonderful taste on the beer. And it's a great beer. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to rate the beer now, and then I'll tell you my story about Track Brewing Company and my summer weekend in Manchester. So let me rate it for the people who want to disappear. It's great. It's a great beer. Barley, oats, wheat, hops, yeast and water. Piccadilly Trading Estate, Manchester. I like that enough to give it an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. So, I went to Track. Didn't know what I was expecting. I went to Manchester with my good friend, as I mentioned, Hopsine, runs a YouTube channel, beer YouTube channel, check him out. And I'm one of these people, I don't do any research. And the reason why I don't do any research on like visiting Manchester for the first time, because I hadn't been before, was I like that first hit of excitement. I like that surprise element of going to new places. I like to just turn up and like, right, what's happening? Where are we going? So we got at the train station. I met Rob at Piccadilly train station. And I was like, right, Rob, where are we going? And we kind of like walked out the back of the train station and we kind of hung a left. And we entered into like Manchester's industrial area. And I was like, where are we going? And he was like, we're going to an industrial estate. And of course, I did no research. I didn't know what I was expecting. I was kind of thinking, oh, right, okay, this will be interesting. This will be good. So we passed a big kind of post office place and, you know, a small paper mill, and they were knocking things down and rebuilding things. And it was all a bit of a, you know, I come from a building background, so I don't feel fazed by any of that kind of stuff whatsoever. I love being around building sites still, I really do. So we end up, we arrive at Cloudwater, And the wonderful thing about Piccadilly Industrial Estate is that there's like 5 breweries there. There's about 5 breweries, all tucked away in industrial units. And Track was one of them. And we went to Track last because Rob explained that the moment you go into Track, you never leave. So go to the other 4 breweries on the industrial estate first. And it's all within 200 yards of one another. They're all within 200 yards. So we went to all of these breweries in their kind of tap rooms and you know, sitting amongst their kind of brewing equipment, if you like, enjoying great beer. And then we went to Track, and then Track was like busy place, lots of beer, hand pulls. Managed to find a table outside. It was a Friday evening, I think it was. Friday evening, very busy. They had a pizza place going on. They were cooking fantastic pizza. We ate this incredible pizza. Garlic and pesto, I think it was, or something like that. It was absolutely fantastic. And of course, we drank great beer. They drank the most amazing beer. And yeah, good times, good times. And I left Track. I left Manchester. We had a day, the next day, Saturday, travelling around the pubs. But I left Piccadilly Industrial Estate that evening, so impressed with what I seen. Yes, that was my day in Manchester, or my 2 days in Manchester. So my rating for this is fantastic beer. This is like high end. Paid £5 plus for this can. I'm not going to get into it too much, but it was definitely worth my £5. It's an elevated beer from supermarket beer. It's better beer than supermarket beer. It's like supermarket beer is a Ford Fiesta. Reliable, will get you round. This beer here is a Lamborghini. This will get you round in style. It feels better when you're drinking it or in it as a Lamborghini is. Yeah, fantastic beer, 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.